let's see how this works. While I'm waiting. Let's see if I can see. So I need to figure out how I can see comments.
You can't see them?
No, I can see here, but I don't think there's a way to see them by my phone, so I'm going to have to. Hi. I see that there's a couple people on. I don't think, actually, I'll just go ahead and type it too. I don't think I'm going to be able to see comments because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing and not look at me the whole time. Let's see. I tried to put it up on something, but that didn't do any good. This is just a work in progress because apparently until I get to a certain amount of subscribers, I cannot I can't do this from my phone. So can everybody hear me? Just want to make sure. And is there a way to share this too? No. All right. It's a learning experience, right? I wish I could see on my YouTube that I'm live and I can share it, but I'm not sure how that works. Actually, let's see. Oh, maybe I can see it. Oh, I will be able to see. Sweet. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I have a delivery or something. Okay. Now to see if can I share this? I can. But not to Facebook. Ah, let's see. Yay! I'm figuring this out, y'all. Woohoo! This is definitely different. All right. I don't want to take up too much time trying to figure all this out. So, if anybody on here does lives on here, I'll take any advice if I can figure out how to make it easy. Let's see. Because I'm going to do this again tomorrow. Let's see. Okay. So I'll go ahead and get started. I am, let's see. Okay. All right. So today I am making a ruffle wreath. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. This should be okay for now. I wish I had something a little bit taller. Let's do this. I really, really, really wish that webcams were not sold out everywhere so that I could get one and make this so much easier. Okay, I think you'll all be able to see this better. So today I'm going to be using this sign that I found at Michael's, and it's bloom where you're planted. And I thought it was super cute and I loved the colors, so that's why I decided to go with it. And I even got one of those needles that people have been talking about so that I'm not fighting with it to try and get it in here. So I'm very excited about that. It's the little things, right? So today I am going to be using this 10-inch mint. I'm using a 10-inch white and a 10-inch coral fabric mesh. I'm making a ruffle wreath. Let me just get everything up here so it's easier, because I don't like reaching across everyone, so I'm sorry. So I've cut 6 24-inch pieces of each color, except for the green, because I wanted to be able to show you how I cut it. So I have 18 pipe cleaners on here. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
I have 10 around the bottom. I have 8 around the inside. And I am going to be using the following ribbons. So I have 2 1.5-inch and 2 2.5-inch ribbons that I'll be using. Just rip it off, Dad. My dad's here helping me. I have this 1.5-inch, which I thought the colors would be really nice with what I'm doing. And I'm pairing it up with this 2.5-inch Swiss dot natural with the black dots. And then I'm using the black and white plaid with this coral floral, say that 5 times fast, coral floral ribbon. And I will also be making a bow. So I have the 10-inch mesh that I'm going to cut. Again, I have 24-inch pieces. So I'm going to just trim this a little bit because it's a new roll and I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to be cutting 6 of these as well. Okay, and they're 24 inches. So you just, I used to cut from the top and go down, but I found that I liked to cut myself. So going from the bottom up really helped a lot. And then, so you just measure it out. I normally have everything cut, but I wanted to be able to show you how to do this in case you didn't already know. Hey, Dad, could you please ask Roy to turn that off because the pool needs more water and it's making too much noise. Just can you ask Roy to turn the pump off? I am in a room that is next to the backyard, and so that noise that keeps making is because the fan is on or the pump is on for the pool, and it needs some more water in it apparently. Let's see, one more. All right. So now we're done with that. Okay. Today, because I've done this Ruffle Wreath before live, and I learned from last time that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start on the inside first. I want to see how that goes. I want to see if it's easier because I felt like I was fighting with the mesh that I had put along the outside before because it was so poofy. I felt like it was just getting in my way. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the mint. It really doesn't matter which order you do it in. But I'm actually going to also just do a regular ruffle. So you just, can you see this okay? Let me move this. And I do not need these. All right. So you just basically take your mesh, start at the end, kind of pinch it a little bit to get it started, and then you just keep pinching it until you get to the end. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in here face down. And actually what I normally do too is I fold in the edges because you see that it frays and I don't like that. So to prevent that, I usually just kind of turn it in a little. And I think that's probably why people do the woodland ruffle method too. But today I just wanted to, because I want this to look fuller, and I did 24-inch cuts. So I'm just going to twist it in just once. I'm going to do the white next. So the same thing. You just start bunching it up. And then I'm just going to fold it in a little bit. I don't know why, but with this fabric mesh, some of it's stiffer than others. So like this one is, I like that it's stiffer. But I don't know why that it does that. So I guess it's just different manufacturers. If you have a fray, you can, I just like to, I cut it as I go because it'll drive me crazy to see it. So, okay, next we're going to do the coral. I'm so excited to see how these colors look together too. So if you're joining me on YouTube, thank you. This is my first time going live. If you haven't already subscribed, it'd be awesome if you could, and share that with others so that they can subscribe as well. I just hit 100 yesterday, thanks to the lovely ladies in some of the groups that I belong to. So today I was able to create my own URL for people to get to my YouTube channel. So that was very exciting to me. It's the little things. Usually I do this on Facebook, but I thought that eventually I needed to rip the Band-Aid off and try this. And also, I know that it's just so much easier to do it here than have to upload it, which takes forever, depending on how long the video is. And then I wasn't prepared because when I prepped the event to do this, I didn't know that it wanted me to upload a thumbnail or that I could capture my picture. So that's why the picture that you see was with me with the sign, because I was not prepared for it. This is all such a learning process. I also decided to, I like that I've been doing 2 lives a week. I love the challenge that I was presented from Lori of Hardworking Mom. And I've just kind of built this momentum and I want to keep it going now. But I'm just trying to figure out where I really like to do this more. So. And I've had people ask me too, how long does it take me to pick everything that I'm going to be using? Last night, I literally walked in my garage, which is where my craft space is. And I think I picked everything out because I like to look at the sign and see what colors are in it and go from there. It took me not even 5 minutes to figure it out. And I was pretty impressed with myself. I even pulled the ribbons to make a bow and everything. I was very surprised, but pleasantly surprised. So I have my dad here with me, helping me. Yesterday, it was all putting prices on inventory. That was fun, huh?
I love it.
My dad has been such a big help. Him and my mom are like 2 of my biggest cheerleaders, and it's awesome to have their support. Don't tell my dad, though, because it might get to his head.
Oh,
Don't tell Dad, okay, Dad?
okay.
Okay.
He's still in love.
Oh, yeah?
Still in love. Yeah.
I mean, I pay him in food, so how could he not feel the love, right? Oh, and coffee. Lots of coffee, right, Dad?
Yeah.
Just not the strong kind. How do you really feel?
I love coffee.
I blame that. I love it on you, too, so it's your fault. I was going to do this in the garage. Maybe I should do that next time. I just wasn't sure what to expect either. So what's next? Green, white, coral, green. Are you talking to yourself, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Make sure that you answer yourself too. Yeah, I've got quite a few custom orders right now, and it's pretty awesome to have. I have been in business since February of last year, and the wreath that I originally started making is nothing compared to what I'm doing now. I'm sure that if you're a crafter, you kind of look back and you're like, oh my God, I cannot believe I thought that that was really nice. But you know what? We learn and we grow, and really come a long way. So it's very exciting. Yesterday, you know what? I should have done a comparison post with yesterday's. I was asked to create a custom order for some double doors, and they wanted grapevine wreaths with magnolias on it. I was actually sent a picture of what they wanted. I was able to track down the sign, find the letter, because they wanted the letter for their last name on the second wreath. And so I painted that myself, and it really turned out so good. I was just beside myself. So I had to share and pat myself on the back, because it was one of those moments you look at it and you're like, I did that. So I'm going to show you, I just finished the top. Okay. And all the mesh is sticking. So, geez, this is such a challenge. My goodness. No, it is, because it's not high enough to even show anybody. This is silly. I tried using the box. Let me see if this will be any better. Sorry for the adjustment. Let's see, because I can stand too, which is what I really prefer. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to work. Let's see. All right, that's it. I'm putting it back on this box and I'm standing. This is so, I don't like it. Hi. So close. Dad, something's burning. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Okay, that's what it looks like so far. Yay! Are you having problems? Did you put a nice burn on my table?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just a little one.
Just a little one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm learning too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, so next is the coral. Can you still see me do this? Okay. This will be so much better when I have a webcam. I cannot wait. Maybe tomorrow I'll have to do a Facebook Live or go in the garage. I wonder if I can use a tablet to do it. Or if that limit is limited too. I just need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think that would make it a lot easier. So I love this method, but my fingers really just want to conflict with each other. My goodness. So what was that? White, right? Oh my God, I'm a hot mess today. This is horrible. Okay. So I started with the green. Okay. Yep. I mean, I guess it's okay. It all works out in the end. And where there's the same colors, I'll just put the bow there, or even the sign. Yeah, it's definitely easier to do it this way. Starting with the middle first. And the mesh is sticking to itself. I think today's one of those like Murphy Law days. Like if anything could happen, it's just happening. You hear the birds? I love that sound. They're not so active today like they normally are, huh? Do you ever pay attention to them, Dad? Chirping?
The birds?
Yeah.
I can't hear.
Dad, I'm glad that if you're deaf, you at least are not blind yet.
Yeah.
Boy, we could definitely make a craft show out of this. It's the deaf leading the blind. Because I've been completely blind today with this, my goodness. And until you do it, I mean, I don't think there's anything to watch that says, hey, do this first. Oh, that was easy. You can tell which part of the roll too that this was cut from because it's easier to unravel. Unlike when you get towards the end of a roll, it doesn't want to unroll as easy. So see, like this, it doesn't want to unroll so easy. And then you have to kind of just fight it and push it away while you're doing it. Yeah, so as I was saying, I started my business last February. I had made one type of wreath, and then I don't know, I was just a little slow going with things, I guess. And I finally, I guess you could say, had an epiphany as far as what I really wanted to make when I discovered Deco Mesh with Julie from Southern Charm wreath. And so I decided to try Deco Mesh, and I loved it. And that was in September. So it took me that whole time to figure it out. But I did my first craft show in December. Actually, I ended up doing two. So that was a learning process as well. Then I had, I think, 5 or 6 events set up between March and June, beginning of June. And of course, everything has been canceled or postponed because of the virus. So that kind of stunk. But we're trying to find ways to reinvent how to, put my product out there when you can't physically show people in person. I've done a live where I had a sale, and that went really well. I recently launched my website, so now people can shop there. So that's gone better than I anticipated because, I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And then I had a few sales here and there. My birthday was in January, so I had a sale. But I try and post as much as I can on social media too, because that's where everybody sees everything. But then there's the whole, getting a following as well. That takes time. People need to learn to trust you. And I totally get that. Okay, I got 2 more left to put on. And then we'll start with the ribbon. I like to make things, but I also love when people ask me to make them a custom creation, because maybe it's something I haven't thought of, and it's a challenge, and I love that. So tomorrow, my live is actually going to be a custom creation that I had requested of me, and so I'll be doing that live. Thought I'd go ahead and give it a try. That'll be a fun one too. Especially if anybody watching likes to drink beer or just alcohol in general, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people do now because of the virus. That's just another story. So it's a beer themed wreath that I'm going to be making, complete with I'm even going to put hops on it. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Okay, this is the last one. Yay! So much easier to start with the inside first. Oh my goodness. On this one. Well, I know where my bows and my sign are going to go. I'm going to go right here where all the colors are the same. All right. Just trim up. I feel some frays. I like to make flower wreaths also, and I love what the fabric looks like, but it frays so easily. It makes it harder. I can only do like one type of petal with it. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the ribbon. So what you do is you fold it in half to find your middle, right here. And then you just kind of scrunch it up to bring it together. And then you put it in your pipe cleaner. These are still long enough. There's enough room that I'm just going to, not going to untwist it. I'm just going to keep going. I'm not usually I untwist the pipe cleaner and then marry the ribbon up with the mesh, but it's okay because there's plenty of pipe cleaner left. So then what you do is you just take the ribbon and you separate it like an X. While fighting with the mesh not to stick on the ribbon. And I've cut dovetails on them. These are all 12-inch pieces. So fold it in half, find your middle, scrunch it up, and it goes into your next pipe cleaner. You can go ahead and twist it up like at least 2-3 times. Separate that into an X as well. Ugh. While fighting with the mesh. You just keep alternating until you go all the way around. You can, it's fine, Dad. You can go ahead and open it. He's talking to the mesh. He's taking the wrapping off, and he's like, shh. Like it understands what you're saying. No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you can help it. No, I'm kidding. You can't blame it on your age. So I live in San Diego, as you can hear from the planes. I live by a naval air station. Are you done yet? Oh, is that just the plane that sounds crinkly? So I have pretty good eye now since doing this on where the middle is. Sometimes though I'm a little off, and so I just have to readjust. So I recently started making the poly burlap flower wreaths, which I absolutely love. And I learned that from Julie of Julie's Wreath Boutique. She's an awesome teacher. I also learned one from A Noble Touch. They both have a Facebook group called Wreath. I think it's Wreath Creators and More. Awesome group, another awesome group that I belong to. Wonderful people. The crafting community is something else, I tell you. Almost done with the top. I don't think that there's one ruffle yet that my ribbon has not gotten caught on. All right, last one on the top. fold it in half, find your middle, and scrunch it up. Oh, this mesh. It's like a magnet to the ribbon. I really like this ribbon and I think it's so pretty, but just the material of it, I just think it's too flimsy even with the wire. And it's that ribbon that I'm talking about. Oh, I was like, why am I short a ribbon? That's because it fell on the ground. Told you it's pretty flimsy. It just flew to the ground. Oh, I see the end in sight. So yesterday when I made those grapevine wreaths, I ended up having to make 4 bows. I don't know about anybody watching, but bows have been kind of a thorn in my side because I felt like I wasn't doing them very well. But I really enjoyed making them yesterday. The biggest thing for me is that I don't like to do the same thing twice. And I don't want to be a carbon copy. So even if somebody wants the same sign and the same materials, I'm going to make it different than I did the first one. And all 4 bows, I made them all different and they all turned out great and I loved them. All right, one more after this. And then I got to figure out where I'm going to put the sign. Almost done. Did you turn that off?
I did.
The tool? Okay, because I've forgotten before and went ahead
You
and
melted your table?
no, you melted my table.
I did.
No, I went ahead and grabbed it, not knowing it was on, and so I wanted to make sure it was cooled off. Yeah, it was pretty hot.
Yeah,
It did not feel good at all.
very, very hot.
Mm-hmm. Did you burn your finger? Did you burn your finger?
Yeah, my nail too.
Oh my gosh, you're a hot mess. Good thing that you're not really an employee,
I'm having a
because
good time.
you're not getting workman's comp.
A good thing.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up a little bit so I can show you. All the ribbons on now. Yay!
Nice.
You like that? I like the
it.
colors.
I like it.
I really like that. Yeah. So now I'm gonna figure out where I want to put the sign, and I get to test out my needle. So that's gonna be fun too, because I think I know how you do it. Okay. Where do I want to put it? I think I'm gonna just kind of want to put it off to the side. But then I can't do 2 rows. Let's see. If I do this here, I can still do, then that'll be, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it in the middle. Let's see how this goes. Actually, I don't even need this with this one because this one, there's not much for it to go through. Darn it. I can get right to the wire from here. So I'm just going to lightly tighten it to the frame for now. Make sure my ribbon doesn't go wonky. So I just lightly tighten it so that I can move it if I need to, but I don't want to smash everything either. Let's see. Just fix all these a little bit. All right, so there's the sign. And I think I'm going to make a bow over here because I think that's where all the colors were the same. Let's go ahead and make one and see how that looks. So I'm going to use the Deluxe Easy Bow Maker. And these are the ribbons that I chose. And I'm going to go ahead and sit to do this because you can see it. Actually, bring it closer too. Okay. So I'm going to start with this 2.5 inch. Doing two 2.5 inch ribbons and two 1.5 inch. Just go ahead and trim. This is a brand new roll, so I'm just trim the end a little bit. Oh, hi. Is it Mama Sai Creates? I'll have to follow you. I don't think I do yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do, so the bow that I do, I actually have the tails going in different directions. So I usually do an 8-inch tail. So let's see. About here. Okay. And then you're going to twist it. And I say you're going to twist it because you want the unfinished side to be facing up when you put it on here. Okay. I'm going to do 6-inch loops. So you just put it through there, measure out 6. Do not smash it down. Okay. You want to keep it kind of formed still the way that it is. So there's the 6. And then you're going to twist it again. I move my loops as I go as well. So now you have the other unfinished side, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to measure it to 6. And I'm going to do 3 of each, sticking with the 6 inches. So this one's going to go down here. You just keep doing the same thing until you have the amount of loops that you want. Okay, last one. And then you're not going to twist it because then you're going to have the other tail. So because this one I put going this way, this one I'm going to have it stay in that direction. And I'm just going to guess for now. I usually cut my tails at the end, and I do cut dovetails on these. So I'll just set this aside. Okay. Next, I'm going to do this green. I didn't have a mint green, but I wanted to also incorporate some green in here. So I'm going to do another 8-inch tail as well. So you just pinch it and twist. With the, this one you can't even tell which the inside and the outside is, but by pulling it through the spool, you can tell. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and put it in with the tail going up that way. And these loops I'm going to make at 5 inches. And I'm going to do 2 of each. So there's one. Planes are so loud. So these are going to go in between these loops. So I've got this one here, and then my tail is going to go down here. Okay. Then I'm going to use this floral. And this I'm going to do, I think I'll just keep doing 8-inch. So twist it. And then this one, I'm going to have it going out this way. A little bit of a fray on that. These I'm going to make smaller. So these I'm going to do at 4 inches. Now I can't see my ruler though. There's a ruler on here, which is awesome. Okay. So there's one. Go ahead and measure with the same loop. Move this one up. Same thing over here. And then this one. It's got the coral in it, so I really like this one too. And then this one we're going to try and get that to go up there. And again, we're just going to make it slightly smaller. I'm going to do 2 loops on each side of this. And then I'm going to make a center loop. So my other tail is going to be on this side, but I'll show you how we move it. Okay, so I need a zip tie and a pipe cleaner. I use the pipe cleaner to put it on the wreath. So I still cannot figure out how to put the zip tie on here when taking it off. So I actually hold it in my hand to put it on. So yeah, it's pretty thick. I'm gonna go ahead and I like to use the zip tie because it makes the bow pretty tight. But I don't tighten it all the way. I get it started because what I want to do is I want to adjust my loops if I need to. Plus, I was telling you about this one, so I want to adjust everything and make sure everything is going to stay in the place where I intended for it to stay. And just be careful that you don't pull too hard on it. And by doing this middle loop too, it'll cover the zip tie. So. Tighten it a little bit more, and then before I tighten it all the way, I need to put my pipe cleaner in here. So just push down a little bit to get it through there. And then finish pulling it to make it tight. And you can actually, if you take the ribbon, you can actually make it curl a little bit. Let's see. So that looks good. Okay, let me go ahead and cut this off. I actually have one of those guns that I can cut it off and it tightens it too. Okay. Sometimes it's great, but then sometimes it actually cuts it and it comes off. So next I'm going to cut my dovetails. So when you do that, you start at the edge where the wire is and you cut in. And then I turn it the whole time so that I don't miss any. And I fluff it once I get it on the wreath. Cut everything. Yep. Okay. So here is the center loop that I was telling you about. So you just, now you can't see the zip tie. I should move it up. There, now you really can't see it when I'm holding it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put it on the wreath. Let's see. I think I'm gonna put it up here because I had some of the same color. I like to do this way too because if I put it above the sign, it doesn't, none of it covers it. And if I put it below, it doesn't cover it there either. Because you can place it anyway. There's no right or wrong way to hold it. So let's see. I'm gonna put this one here. And you're just gonna attach it to the frame, just like we did the sign. And then, see, I'm not going to put this too tight either, just like I said with that one, because I don't want the bow to be pressed in. So let's see. So now, just going to go ahead and I'll fluff the bow. All right. Twist it around. Let's fix that. Here's my dad is sitting in the chair. He finished what he was doing and he's sitting here waving at me. Oh, she is?
Yeah, but she doesn't know how to comment.
Oh, okay. I was like, she didn't say anything. Hi, Mom.
She doesn't know how to comment.
I'll have to show you guys later.
Yeah.
Because I'm still figuring this out too.
Yeah, I told her that.
I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do this on Facebook again, though, until I get more comfortable. All right. I think I'm just, I don't know. I think I might do just this one bow. Oh, that's cute.
It looks good.
I like that. It looks really cute.
The colors, too.
Yeah, I really like how it turned out. I don't know. I could get off this live right now and end up doing another one. Who knows? I can change my mind. But no, I really like how it turned out.
At first, I didn't think that green.
What, this?
I didn't think that would go.
But it does, huh? Yeah. I like
really
it.
Good.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for joining me on my first, I'm not going to say my last, live on YouTube. I do want to try this again, but I do need a better setup, so I apologize. I just wanted to give it a go. So until webcams are back in stock, I will probably just do this on Facebook. So I'm definitely doing a live tomorrow, and I will do that on Facebook, and I will do that at 10 o'clock. So I will post something as well. But in the meantime, here, I might as well just talk to you. In the meantime, please like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. I have my own website. It's www.3LELLE creations.com. And I'm also on YouTube, as you have noticed. So here's a better view of me with the wreath. See, it looks so much better now. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, you need a